Hi, thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to do a balanced strength class, and you're going to need a ball, your band, and your weights. And if you don't have any weights, you can grab some cans or some water, or just do any of the movements without the weights or the bands. That's fine. Go ahead and put any of your equipment to the side or underneath your chair and grab the ball. Oops, didn't want to sit down. Stay standing. Good. We're going to go ahead and grab the ball, and we're just going to start warming up. I want you to march. I want you to do whatever you can do. If you can march nice and big, use those arms. That would be great. You can also do this in the chair. So let's go ahead and think of reaching up and up. You can just hold the ball up, up, up. Warming up. Four more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hold it here. We're going to think of taking the ball out and stepping out and out. Out and out. Good. Reach. Reach. If you just want to shift your weight and keep your feet down here, you can, or keep tapping forward. Good. Let's try to bring that to a heel here. So heel, 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 heel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hold it here. So let's come to the other side of the chair. And over here, we're going to go ahead and do some hamstring curls. And you can hold on to the chair if you need to, or your walker. And we're going to try to swing your arms, watch your chair, reach, 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 reach. Good. Lift, lift. Try to really bring those legs up behind you and warming up the hamstrings and the back of the body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to try to reach up and up. Reach. See if you can shift your weight from side to side. If that makes you too dizzy, then you can just reach with your arms and keep facing straight ahead. Up to you. Reach, 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 reach. Good. Nice and strong and tall, chest lifted, breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, hold it here. So let's come to the front of your chair. And what I'd like you to do is take the ball and think of passing it behind you. Now drop your shoulders, lift your chest. See if you can pass it. If you can't pass or doesn't feel comfortable to your shoulders, you can just touch it or try to reach behind, right? It's up to you. Open the shoulders, squeeze the back. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, and hold it here. Good. So you should be right in front of your chair. We're going to warm up our legs a little bit more with some squats. So we're going to go halfway down like you're going to sit in the chair and then stand back up. So we're going to reach forward and back up. If you need to have your hands on the chair or on your walker, that's fine too. Just try to think of reaching your hips back towards that chair. Reach. Reach. Good. Nice and easy. Still warming up. Reach. Good. Really stand up nice and tall. Head up. 4 more. 3 more. 2. And 1. Good. Hold it here. Remember, you can always do these exercises seated if you wish. Let's bring your legs a little bit wider. We're going to bring our arms out to the side. So we're going to take the ball, I don't care which hand you have it in, and we're going to reach it all the way over to the other hand, and then come back open. Reach, and then pass. Squeeze those shoulder blades, open that chest, and pass. If you want, you can take this to a full pivot. That would be up to you. Over, or you can keep straight. All these are modifications. A little more challenging to pivot. But open, reach, last 1. Good. Hold it here. The ball's in your right hand. You're going to think of reaching up and over, putting in your left, and then coming back. And let's take that ball up and over again, and back. Good. Reach. Reach. Good. Just pass that ball, trying to reach up and over, working those shoulders, range of motion. 2, last 1, and bring it down. Pass it up, and now bend those knees and just pass the ball below, up and over. Abs are tight. Reach. Good. Just you can add a little bend in those legs. Remember, you can still do this if you're seated, if you wish. 2 more. 2, 1, and hold it here. Good. So let's bring those legs in. And we're going to come around to, let's go to this side of the chair. All right. And back on the left side, so I'm mirroring you. So this is the left side of the chair, should be where you are. We're going to think about shifting over to the right side. So we're going to take a step over to the right and then over to the left. So I want you to make this, you can be sure to hold on to the chair or your walker if you're behind your walker. Feel comfortable. If you don't need your hands, that's fine. You can just keep them here just in case you feel like you do. But I do want this to be as big a step as possible. If you want to hop, you can hop. That's an option. Makes it a little bit more challenging. We're going to go side to side. Good. Couple more. 2, 1, and hold it here. Good. So we're going to do a little bit of stabilization exercise. What I want you to try to do is to go over to the other side of the chair, just like we just did, and to stabilize. So step over and stabilize, right? You can have your hands out if you need to, or the hand by the chair, but I want you to come to where you're really centered and balanced before you move again. So step over and stabilize. Feel totally stable. Over, so just keep doing this. You don't have to do it with me. If you want to do it faster than me, that's okay, but be sure that before you move again, you're completely balanced with your center of gravity. Stabilize. One more. Okay. So we're going to go back to stepping back and forth, and if you'd like, you can pass the ball. A little eye-hand coordination. Adding that ball. If you don't feel comfortable passing the ball really big, you can pass it really small. Still working on some eye-hand coordination, or really big. It's up to you. If you don't have a ball, come to the gym. We can get you one. Couple more. 2, 1, and hold it here. Good job. All right, so as we're behind the chair again, what I'd like you to do is go up on the ball of the foot and reach up those arms. You can go all the way up if that feels okay, and then come back down. Now we're going to put our weight in our heels and lift our toes. So I'm going to go to the side of the chair so you can kind of see what I'm doing. We're going to go up onto the toes, but you can stay behind the chair if you want, hands there or behind your walker, and then put our weight in our heels. Up and down. Good. Up on the toes, then back in the heels, up on the toes, back in the heels. Couple more. Lift, up, and try to balance. Good, hold it here. So now we're going to bring our knee up and the ball to the knee. Good. And again, if you want to hold on, no problem. The only thing about holding on, I just want you to make sure you're not leaning on your chair. You want your legs to support your body weight. If you keep leaning on things, your legs will start to get a little weaker. Good. Now let's tap the knee with the hand, not the ball. And we're going to do opposite hand, opposite knee. You can go slower than me, faster than me. That's all up to you. Good. Now same hand, same knee. Same hand, same knee. Good. With the ball. With the ball. Try with the ball now. Good. Last once and hold it here. Good job. Hopefully you've got your heart rate up a little bit. I'd love you to go behind the chair. And what we're going to think of doing is imagine that there's a big pot here and you're going to stir your pots. Reaching forward. Reach. Good. If the chair is too tall for you, right, maybe come to the side of the chair or sit, stand in front or even sit down. But try to use your body. No, don't just use your arms. Try to use your body to rotate around. All right, we've got to unwind, go the other way. Around and back. And around and back. Good. Reach. 2. 1 more. and hold it here. Good. All right, so let's get to the right side of your chair. And I want the ball to be in your right hand. We're going to take our left leg here and do some bowling lunges. So if you just imagine that you're bowling, right? You're going to step forward. You can use a chair if you want, bowl, and then step back. Now, if you're going to do a small step, a little bit easier for balance, but be sure you bend both knees. Be sure that you're looking up, just as if you would be looking down the lane at the pins. That's keeping your upper body up. More challenging would be a bigger step. Okay? So you do as whichever way you feel comfortable. Reach. Good. Be sure that you come back to center. Be careful, you can always have your hand on the chair. As we're building strength in this movement, as well as working balance, you can hold on to the chair and hold it here. Good job. All right. So now we're going to go up on the ball of the foot, and I want you to think of tippy-toeing over to the other side of the chair, and then come back down. Good. Back the other way. Lift. So I always think about this like when I'm in a theater, and I have to go past everybody's legs and try not to step on everybody. Right? Lift and go back over. You can use the chair if you want. And one more, we're going to end up over here on the left side of the chair. Good. So now we're going to do our bowling lunges on this side of the chair. So on our ball in the left hand, right leg is going to come forward. So remember, try a little step. See how this feels for your bowling lunge? Forward. Good. So a smaller step, a little bit less of a balance challenge. Bend both knees, keep that chest up. If you do a wider step like that, it's going to be a little bit more challenging strength-wise and working power in those legs. So you can decide. And if you need to take a break, that's fine. Don't just stop, though, if you need to take a break. Keep maybe marching or just walking, moving your legs a little bit. Good. Let's try one more here. That chest up. Good, and hold it here. Nice. So now we're going to go ahead and lift our toes. So try to put your weight in heels. Totally fine to use the chair. And we're going to move across on our heels. Come back straight, and then move to the other side again. Good. So just try to go back and forth a few times. Try to walk a little bit sideways on your heels. I know that's kind of a really weird thing. We don't do that in normal life. This is actually really good for your legs and your ankles and your balance. Over the other side. Hold it here. So now we're going to imagine that as we're in our theater and we're going to be moving to our seat, somebody's got their bucket of popcorn down there, right? So you don't want to step on it. So we're going to use that chair. We're going to think of stepping up and stepping over. As big as you can. Up and over. Or imagine that's your puppy dog or something else. Up and over. Little hint, watch this trailing leg. Make sure it also lifts up as high as your first leg. Because whatever you're stepping over in the real world doesn't disappear after the first leg goes over. So be careful that you don't drag that second leg. Pick it up. One more. Over. And back. Good job. All right, shake it out. So we're going to come to the front of the chair. And I want your feet about parallel with your hips, that hip width apart. So we're going to do some sit to stand. Now in this one, you can hold on to the ball, or if you want, you can put the ball down. But I'd like you to actually sit all the way down in the chair. No plopping, nice and controlled. Keep your feet on the ground and stand all the way back up. And I'd like you to do that as fast or slow as you feel comfortable, and do that up to 10 times. If you're going to be sitting down and standing up again, keep your feet on the ground. Breathe. Stand all the way up. Squeeze those glutes underneath you. You're counting, so whatever your count works. Couple more for me. Standing all the way up. And if you need to use your arms on the armchair, or if you can't go all the way down, that's fine too. Good. And when you're done, go ahead and stay seated. All right. So I want you to go ahead and put the ball right in between your knees. If you don't have a ball, you can use a pillow, you can use a towel. So because what we're going to do is work our inner thighs as we're squeezing into that ball and then releasing. Squeeze and release. Remember to try to sit up straight and tall. Chest is lifted. Don't lean back against the chair. That makes everything in your core just go to sleep. We want to keep working those core muscles. Good. And squeeze and release. Add a Kegel to this. So remember, a Kegel feels like you're stopping the flow of urine, or if you had to pass gas and you didn't really want to. You're actually pulling up on the pelvic floor muscles, working those muscles, bringing blood into the area. Really good for helping to control incontinence as much as possible, but also to bring blood into the prostate area. So very good exercise. Squeeze and squeeze in that Kegel. Keep breathing and release. Squeeze in. You should see your ball turn into a little egg, and then it relaxes open. 2 more. Squeeze, Kegel, hold the Kegel, and then squeeze again, and release. Good job. All right. Grab that ball, and we're going to put the ball away, and we're going to replace it with a band. So check your band always for any breaks. So the way I do it is I hold it like a little curtain, and then I kind of pull it up, open a little bit, and if I see any daylight, any holes at all, then I know that band is dangerous, it's compromised. So we don't want to use a band like that. Also, if you have a band at home that you have put a knot in, that's another place that band has actually become much weaker. So I prefer that you don't do that. Also, when you're using the band, make sure that you grab it fully. Don't put your thumb through, okay, or a couple fingers through, because that will also break the band. All right, so we're going to take the band, drop the shoulders, lift the chest, hold it straight out, and we're going to imagine it's a paddle, and we're going to row our boat side to side. We want to try to make this as big as possible, and you want to try to go to the side of the chair, and then all the way to the other side of the chair. We're not trying to pull against the band on this exercise as much as just do that range of motion of reaching. And you should feel this a lot on the lats, on the back. And your core is working on this one too. Breathing, reach. Good, we're going to do 5 on this side in a row. 5, 4, 3, couple more. 2, 1 more. Good. And now the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hold it here. So now we're going to take the band out in front of us. I want you to drop your shoulders, lift your chest. Okay, so the band should be about chest height, not up here. Okay, we want it down here. And we're going to pull and slowly let it come back forward. Inhale and exhale. Think of pulling it out to the far side of the room. Squeeze those shoulder blades together behind you. Hopefully the band actually comes to your chest. And then come back forward. Pull and release. Good. Breathe each time. 1 more. Good. Hold it here. Now, one arm is going to go up and one arm is going to down. And when we do this too, now we're going to lift both of our toes. We're going to pull our toes up, reach out with those arms, and then come back. We're going to switch. Toes come up and switch, reach. Good. So now you want one arm to come up, one arm to come back, but you're pulling both away from each other. Good. Adding that toe lift. Couple more. Reach. And reach. And release. Good job. All right. Good. So we're going to go ahead and stand now. So I'm going to turn to the side because I'm going to show you exactly what I want you to do. I'd like you to hold the band side. You don't have to, but what I'd like you to do is take the band, put it right in front of your legs. Chest is lifted, drop your shoulders down, kind of think of reaching to the floor. Keep your arms straight, and just squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you, and then come back to your legs. It's not a big movement. Squeeze and release. Think of inhaling now and exhale. It's called chest expansion. You can see and feel that your shoulder blades are squeezing together, and it's kind of pressing your chest forward. Squeeze. Keep your arms straight. Very important. And squeeze. Good. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And release. Good. Shake it out. All right. So we're going to do some archer. So what that looks like is I want you to take the band, and you can do it if you want it more challenging. You could double the band or have it single. You're going to go ahead and grab the band with your left hand. Your right hand is out like this, and just close your hand on it. And we're going to go imagine, right, that you're going to pull like a bow and arrow and forward again. Pull and release. If you want, you can add a leg, little bend and back. That's an option. Or you can do this seated, pull, and release. Then you want that left arm to be moving, and the right arm is nice and straight, holding that band, just like bow and arrow. Couple more, squeeze. Then we're going to hold this last one. So just try to hold it, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Good. Shake it out. Good. Now we got to do the other side. So now the right hand is holding on to the band. The left hand palm is up. You're just going to close your fingers around the band. And you can imagine right here, pull and release. So that right arm is pulling back. Left arm staying nice and straight. If you wish, you can add that leg and back. And pull and back. Good. Pull. You should be feeling most of this in that right shoulder as it pulls. Breathe, couple more. And release. Good. All right, getting that back mobilized. All right, one more thing here is a little bit of rotator work. We're going to do what's called no money. So you're going to put your elbows right at your side, palms up, holding the band. Go ahead and close your fingers on it. The main thing here is to keep your elbows touching your side as much as possible. And all you're going to do is pull the band open and then slowly back together. You might not have a large range of motion. That's okay. But keep the elbows right at your sides and pull out. Make sure there's enough resistance so that you get some, but not that there's so much that you can't pull your arms as wide as you can. And make sure there's a 90-degree angle. Okay? Squeeze. Squeeze. Oops. 2 more. Keep those elbows at your side. Last one. And release. All right. Shake it out. All right. So let's go ahead and sit. And again, if you want to have a water break now, go for it. We're going to replace your band with your weights. Now you can use any weights that you want or that you have. You can also use little bottles of water, or you can use nothing at all. It's totally fine. Just do the movements without the weights. All right. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, chest lifted, 1 weight in each hand. And I want you to curl those weights up and then back down. And curl up and then back down. Good. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. You can stay seated if you want. Or we're going to add the last 5. We're going to go ahead and stand up at the same time. And then slowly sit back down. And up. And back down. Lift. And back down. That chest lifted the whole time. 1 more, all the way up. We're going to stay up this time. And back down. So you stay seated if you want to. Otherwise, we're going to think of tapping out and down. Good. Now you can just shift your weights if you wish, or you can actually tap your foot. And now we're going to just bring one arm across and then the other arm across. So think of touching that shoulder, touch the shoulder, across, and across. Good. Abs tight, keep breathing. 2, 1. Good, hold it here. Now bring both palms up, drop the shoulders, and we're going to imagine that you're holding like a box, right? Just hold it there, nice and steady. Keep the chest lifted, hold, hold, hold. Good, and come all the way up, halfway down. Good, all the way down, halfway up, hold. All the way up, halfway down. Good, and all the way down, all the way up, hold. And then go ahead and release. Good, and shake it out. So I'd love you to come to the right side of the chair. You can do one weight if you want, put one weight down in your chair, or both weights, that's up to you. Go ahead and use your chair if you'd like, and take our left leg in front, okay? And so you got a staggered stance. We're gonna go ahead and just bend those knees and hinge over a little bit, and I want you to pull up and down. Pull up, and I want you to pull the elbow up to the ceiling, and then slowly lower. If you're doing this in your seat, you can be right here. Okay, if you want to be in your seat, you're right here. Otherwise, keep standing. A couple more. One more. And go ahead and release. We're going to go to the other side of the chair. You're going to switch the weights into the left hand. And again, the chair's always there, but if you feel like you're okay without using the chair, then go use the chair. It's up to you. Right leg is in front, left leg is behind. We're going to go ahead and hinge over a little bit here. Same thing, let those weights hang down and then pull up and down. If you're seated in the chair, you've just switched sides. Lift and down. Lift and down. Try to make sure that your body doesn't move up and down. Your body stays nice and steady. Just the arm and the back are working. One more. And release. All right, good. So, actually, let's go ahead and stay on this side of the chair. So we're going to do a little bit of a balance exercise along with our shoulders. So you can be by your chair, but I'd love you to have one foot in front. So we have our right leg in front, left leg behind, just like you're taking a step. This is called a semi-tandem. If this is too easy for you, you find with your balance, you can actually put that leg right in front, just like you're walking on a tightrope. What you want to do is keep your weight over both your legs. So you can be here, right, and maybe that's enough of a challenge, or you can bring it here. I'm going to have one weight in each hand. Good, and make sure evenly over both legs. And we're going to take our right arm up, kind of like you're going to go towards the corner of the room, and then the left arm. Lift. Keep the chest lifted. Lift. 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 Abs are tight. And let's lift both of them and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. And take a step back. We're going to go to the other side of the chair. So we're going to go into that tandem step again. This time the left leg is in front. Good. And you can be a little bit in front of the chair. We're going to do the same thing with the arms. Okay, so shoulders down, chest lifted. Don't go straight out to the side. You're going to go up towards, like you go towards the corner of the room. And then other side. So again, your legs are in a semi-tandem. Or if you want more of a challenge, put them one right in front of the other. Keep your weight evenly over both feet. The weights just go to the shoulders, not any higher. Good. And now we're going to take the last, both arms up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it back down. Good. Shake it out. All right. So let's come around to the front of the chair and let's go ahead and sit back down. So I want you to scooch a little bit towards the front of your chair, all right? So you're not leaning back into the back of the chair. Weights are one on each side of your body. I want you to think of leaning forward, okay, nice and tall, reach forward to the front of your toes. And then come back. Forward, and then sit back up. Now you want to keep your body nice and straight, so don't round your back. Make sure your legs are out in front of you, and they could be even further if you wanted. Reach and come back up. Good. Keep breathing. One more. And hold it here. Good. So we're going to do some over the head shoulder presses. So if you want to do this with or without a weight, now's your time to put the weights down if you want to. Otherwise, we're going to be right here. I want your elbows in close to the body, and I just want you to press up and up. Abs are tight. Lift and lift. 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 A couple more. 2 and 1. Each side. Good. And release. All right, good job. Let's go ahead and put the weights down. And the ball, keep the ball down. And we're going to go ahead and do some stretching. So first of all, let's work a little bit of our ankle mobility. We're going to go out and out, out and out, and then back in, 2, 3, 4. So pick up those toes, pick up those heels, then go back in, out, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4. Last time, out, 2, 3, 4, and hold it here. Good. So we're going to work stretching the hips and the inner groin area. Just think of pushing out a little bit on those knees, and then just stretch forward. You should feel a nice stretch on the inner thigh, not too sharp a stretch. And then we're going to roll back up. Let's try that again. So come on down. We're going to do a spinal roll. Chest reaching down to the floor. Inhale and exhale and roll through that spine back up. Try it again. Forward. And roll back up. Last one. And roll back up. Good. Bring those legs together. Good. So now we're going to go ahead and stand. And let's get to the side of the chair. We're going to do some stretches for the front of the body and for the calf. So standing on the right side of the chair, we're going to go ahead and have your left leg in front and the right leg behind. So make this kind of like a big step. Be sure that you're using your walker or your chair, and bend that front knee forward a little bit, or bend that front knee and lean forward. We don't want to lean with our body. We just want the whole body to come forward, and you're going to feel a stretch in that back calf back there. Hold it here. That calf stretch should feel good. If you want to make that calf stretch a little bit deeper, try to think about picking up your toes on that back leg. So just put that intention of picking up the toes. Keep that front knee bent. You're going to feel that stretch change a little bit, get a little bit deeper. Keep that back heel down. And then go ahead and relax your toes, but keep that front knee bent. Now we're going to take that arm if you can and reach up. Stretch. I want you to think of the rib cage pulling away from the hip, reaching up to the ceiling. Keep that back heel down. And then just move your weight back a little bit. Bend that front knee so you can feel the stretch right in through here in your hip. Reaching up. Breathe. Do some good abdominal breaths. One more. And bring it back down. Good. So while we got our chair here and we got our hand on it, we're going to go ahead and put our weight on our back leg and lift up that left toe. Press your hips back. Keep that left leg straight and stretch the hamstring. It should be feeling all along the back of that leg. Use the chair for support. You can do this seated in the chair if you wish. Just put out one leg, make sure that toe is up, and hinge forward. Breathe. I'm going to hold stretches for 30 seconds. I know we probably don't hold it that long in here, but as close as we can. Good. And then bend both knees and roll back up through that spine. Good. And shake it out. We're going to go to the other side. Do the same thing over here. Now the right leg is in front here. Left leg is behind. Okay. Soften both, the front knee, back leg is straight. You're going to feel that stretch, hopefully in that back calf on that left side. Let's just focus on that stretch for a minute. Make sure that you've got it. Keep that back heel down on the floor. You should keep looking like that. And then if you want to make it a little bit more, this is where you could start to put the intention of picking up the toes on that back leg. And you'll notice that even though I'm doing it, nothing really changes. My toes do kind of come off the floor a little bit, but it changes that stretch. Keep the front knee bent. Very important to have flexible calves so that we can actually pick up our toes and we don't trip. So it's really important that our calves remain flexible and strong. So we're going to take our left arm up and reach. This is where you're going to make sure you keep that front knee bent. You're going to think of lifting that rib cage away from the hip. Back heel stays down. Breathe. Separate. Bend that front knee. Lean back a little bit towards the back of the room until you feel the stretch all through this area. Good. Try to relax. I know. It's kind of hard. Big abdominal breaths. Let's do 2 big ones. Feel the abdominal fill over there and then exhale again. And bring that arm down. But abdominal breaths really help get the diaphragm to expand and bring it, open up a lot of space for the lower lobes of the lungs to expand, fill up with air, and then get all that carbon dioxide that's been stuck down there and get it out. So good abdominal breaths. All right, so last thing, go ahead and sit. Take those arms up. We're going to reach them up to the ceiling and then forward. I want you to suck your belly button in here. Reach, like rounding that back. And then bring up your arms up over to the right and look through your hands, kind of like you're looking through a keyhole. Breathe. And you're going to feel the stretch all down through here, hopefully. And then we're going to come forward and to the other side. Reach. Keep looking forward, not down at the floor for me. Keep that chest up, but lifted over. And then go all the way up. And release. Good. Roll the shoulders. Shake it out. Good. I'm going to take a deep breath up. And exhale. One more up. And exhale. Bring those arms around. Give yourself a big hug. Okay. Pat on the back. Congratulate yourself for a job well done today. Thank you for enjoying, hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for participating.